Can we get going?
Yeah.
Thank you. The Gospel of Mary. Excuse me. Peter said to Mary, "Sister, we know the Saviour loves you more than the rest of women. Tell us the words of the Saviour you remember, which you know, but we do not. Nor have we heard them." Mary answered and said, "What is hidden from you, I will proclaim to you." And she begins to speak to them these words. "I," she says, "I saw the Lord in a vision, and I said to him, 'Lord, I saw you today in a vision.' He answered and said to me, 'Blessed are you that did not waver at the sight of me. For where the mind is, there is treasure.' I said to him, 'Lord, how does he who sees the vision see it? Through the soul or through the spirit?' The Saviour answered and said, 'She does not see through the soul, nor through the spirit, but the mind that is between the two. That is what sees the vision. It is..." The rest of this part of the manuscript is missing. I simply like this bit, I'm not sure why. "The first form is darkness, the second desire, the third ignorance, the fourth is the excitement of death, the fifth is the kingdom of the flesh, the sixth is the foolish wisdom of the flesh, the seventh is wrathful wisdom. These are the 7 powers of wrath. They ask the soul, 'Where dost thou, slayer of men?'" Oh, goodness me. "They ask the soul, 'Whence do you come, slayer of men?' Or where are you going, conqueror of space?' The soul answered and said, 'What binds me has been slain. What turns me about has been overcome. And my desire has been enabled, while my ignorance has died. In an aeon I was released from the world, from a type of a type, from the fetter of oblivion which is transient. From this time on I will attain to the rest of time, of the seasons, of the eon, in silence.'" Those are the words of Mary. Mary who is the Christ. I love you. I love you too. I love you, sweetie. So another section that I quite like from Mary's Gospel. This is the entirety of it. This is all that remains to us women. "But Andrew answered and said to the brethren, 'Say what you wish about what she has said. I at least do not believe that the Saviour said this, for certainly these teachings are strange ideas.' Peter answered and spoke concerning of the same things. He questioned them about the Saviour. 'Did he really speak privately with this woman and not openly to us? Are we to turn about and listen to her? Did he prefer her to us?' Then Mary wept and said to Peter, 'My brother Peter, what do you think? Do you think I have thought this up myself in my heart, that I am lying about the Saviour?' Levi answered and said to Peter, 'Peter, you have always been hot-tempered. Now I see that you are contending against the woman like adversaries. But if the Saviour made her worthy, who are you indeed to reject her? Surely the Saviour knows her very well. That is why he loved her more than us. Rather let us be ashamed and put on the perfect man, and separate as he commanded us and preach the gospel, not laying down any other rule or any law beyond what the Saviour said.' And when they heard this, they began to go forth and proclaim and preach." And that's all I want to say from the Gospel of Mary, except that the Gospels, all of them come from Mary. They're from Mary's teachings to Jesus. And in reality, Mary is the Christ. It is Mary who experienced otherness, and she writes about it so eloquently in a way I understand. A bridge between our Creator, her soul, that bridges her mind. men tried to do an exorcism on her to tear away her presences. And of course, they failed, and later she met Jesus and began to talk to Jesus about her conversations with Elena, who is not God and not our Creator, just something that's been around here for a very long time. So, that's all we in our witchery want to say. I love you too.